Last time, we looked back at some of the unrealized genius of the stillborn SD Gundam series for Americans, Doozy bots, and how its perfectly focused grouped cast of characters could have made for an exciting Saturday morning romp for children in the under 16 demographic, whilst chomping down bowls of sugar-laden cereal. As you will see here, their ideas for a fully realized show were even more functional than the left side of my face was for the better part of the last month. Now that my speech is back to being mostly coherent, it's finally time to focus on the story told by this pilot teaser thing that never got the love it deserved. Welcome everyone to the second half of The People vs. Doozy Bots.
But these sinister robots were already on the march.
These fire missiles!
This is a major turning point in the Gundam franchise. The Zagok is depicted as the leader of the group instead of a specialized grunt suit for amphibious missions. However, the army of Doms surrounding him are still able to assist when he loses his balance. This shows the camaraderie and the teamwork of the not Zeon forces depicted in this battle.
Fire missiles number one. All right, troops, charge! Let's get out of here! Come on!
Note the chicken, this will be important later.
Let's go! Run to your right! All right, turkey, do your stuff! All right, troops, get up there! The Tony!
Yet another forward-thinking metaphor for the dawn of the global energy crunch.
Turkey needs more power to create our army! We've got to cut that line! We did it! We did it! That's it! Soon we'll have an invincible army!
Note how the chicken, curiously referred to here as a turkey by the Zagok, lays eggs to create more DOMs, presumably after being charged up by the power lines above. This is a reference to the Gashapon capsule toys prevalent throughout much of Japan and America, and falls in line with the common trope of getting children to make their parents purchase small trinkets in relation to their preferred media franchises. This is likely due to the fact that Gunpla they sold at the time may have proved too expensive for small children in America to afford, as kids in 1991 likely didn't carry around $20 worth of lunch money, making bullying a child for model kit cash a largely fruitless endeavor.
Looks like you got here just in time.
Don't just stand there! Get them!
Fake left, go right!
Missed us! Totally.
The football scouts amongst you will note the hooking spiral from the RX-78, and this is very forward-thinking, as consciousness transfer to miniaturized mobile suits wasn't listed as one of the NFL's banned performance enhancers yet. It's likely then that the footballing protagonist would have went number 16 in the 91 draft to the Seattle Seahawks because of this, rather than Dan McGuire, who played 12 games after being drafted by the Seattle Seahawks and won with Miami through the 1995 season. He completed exactly 50% of his 74 pass attempts with 2 touchdowns over those 5 seasons, which gave him a 52.3 QB rating. If this was 2016, this would put him just above E.J. Manuel of Buffalo and Drew Stanton of Arizona as of this writing, but just below Robert Griffin III of Cleveland.
Awesome stuff, Max. Now let's see if these lame dudes know how to duck.
Way ahead of its time here, Doozy Bots showcased jet-powered skateboard gliders before Air Hogs released them to the public in 2002. Probably.
Doesn't look like it.
Stop them, Z6!
Now, I think this is supposed to be a Kampfer, which is featured in Mobile Suit Gundam 0083: War in the Pocket, one of the most celebrated Gundam works of all time, years before it was released stateside. There's no joke here, just pointing it out because Kampfer and War in the Pocket. Moving on.
Target.
Bubblegum slap shot.
Firing. Weapon malfunction indication. Weapon.
clearly wishing to incorporate more sportsing, the maybe a GM cannon but not really is given a hockey stick which smacks wads of bubblegum into the opponent's gun, an accurate reference to the abilities of average hockey players of the day.
Tar bombs away!
Hi, handsome. My hobbies are riding, roping, and robots.
The female protagonist here is given a rope, because as we all know, real sports are too dangerous for women. At a second glance, however, the keen viewer will also pick up on references to femdom and bondage play, in a yet still more effective display of sexual education than the American public school system.
Join your friends.
Hey, being a Doozy bot is fun!
Note that the African-American wheelchair-bound protagonist bot is given the task of janitor.
Even cleaning up Scuzzy's mess is no problem.
But he's also given the tools to make his job fulfilling, sparking the call for reasonable accommodation in the workplace for all employees, regardless of physical ailments. Shockingly progressive.
We'll be back!
Yeah! Get ready for this exciting, beautifully animated half-hour series. With the Doozy bots, you get bots of action, bots of fun, and bots of kids. You'll love the Doozy bots!
Here comes the Doozy bots!
See, I don't know about you, but I'm frankly dumbfounded that this show never made it to production. Luckily, SD Gundam still lives on, and it even eventually made it to American shores as Superior Defender Gundam Force in 2003. Sunrise wouldn't do another SD Gundam series until SD Gundam Sangokuden Brave Battle Warriors in 2010, though SD Gundams do show up from time to time in Gundam Build Fighters as well. Although they may not show up in shows as much these days, SD Gundam still has a strong presence in video games, with the latest release, SD Gundam G Generation Genesis, coming to PS4 and Vita November 22nd. It'll even feature English subtitles at release, so more people can enjoy the tiny war machines than ever before. There's no doubt in my mind that SD Gundam will be with us as long as Gundam remains a thing. The kits are great distractions and the perfect way to get those unfamiliar with Gundam, or maybe aren't keen on stories about political conspiracies and wargaming, introduced to the series. Plus, the kits are super cheap and are fun to put together, taking very little time to do so. They're awesome first kits for young model builders or for those just wanting to do something with their hands while watching one of the many legal TV and anime subscription services out there, and definitely are not letting pirated streaming sites drone on their laptops or iPads or whatever. And who knows, you might even come up with the next big children's show while building your very tiny Badgunpla. See you next time.